It has been 10 years now, and Attack on Titan is finally coming to an end. And I gotta say, my oh my, what an experience. It was probably one of the best shows I've seen that happens to be an anime that I've been watching for the past decade. I didn't know how great the show was going to be, and I was extremely hyped, and I jumped on the bandwagon of being an Attack on Titan fan. Now, the thing is that I never actually watched the Attack on Titan as it aired. I'm one of those stupid normies that actually got on the Attack on Titan train when I believe season 3 was coming out, and I just heard everyone was talking about the show called Attack on Titan, and it was on Netflix. The first 2 seasons was on Netflix, so I ended up watching it, and I fell in love immediately. From the art style, the story, the animation, it's just so impactful in my life. As an animator, I love the animation, I love the actual emotions the shows bring, and it's just such an amazing show comparatively to all the other shows I've watched. Of course, you have your Naruto's, your Bleach, and a bunch of other stuff that I did watch when I was younger, but Attack on Titan for some reason hits a little differently. It seemed more serious and at the same time very tropey when it comes to a lot of the anime stuff, but overall it has a more darker tone than your typical shonen jump animations. So we are on the cusp of having the final episode coming out in the fall. I just finished watching the season 4 part 2 episode dick suck titty slapper episodes, whichever it is, the part 4 to the 3 to the whatever it is, the last one prior to the last one that's going to be coming out. And I gotta say that 1 hour felt like 20 minutes. It went by so quickly. There are so many characters that I really enjoyed, and it just felt like such a great send-off to several characters who unfortunately found their demise. And but how they went out in the blaze of glory, it's such an amazing way for this character to go out. And it's just the music, and it's just so good. The thing is that when I first started watching Attack on Titan, I believe I had a friend who mentioned that it was basically in simplified term, mindless zombies, giant zombies attacking a village. And I'm like, okay, cool, sounds good. And then we are following this character named Eren, and he's basically your protagonist, and he's just so hopeful, has a bunch of aspirations that he wants to do, and finds out that, you know, his mom gets eaten. It's just a bunch of these titans, colossal creatures that are, you know, like human looking, starts attacking this village, well, this whole area of this island. And you have no idea where these titans are coming from. You have no idea why they are doing it, and you find out there are some later on that are actually intellectual titans or self-aware titans, and you have these specifically cool titans that people can turn into later on. It's just so good, and you're following and a bunch of these characters along this journey and saying that, okay, we're gonna stop all these titans wherever these titans are coming from. We're gonna go ahead and wipe them all out, save our town, our village, our island, whatever it is. I've never actually read the manga at all. I heard the last chapters of the manga ended, and I heard it was a mixed reaction, give or take. You either like it or you hated it, and a lot of people said that they didn't like it. Especially, I had a friend who did both, who actually watched and read the entire thing and watching at the same time. She said that it wasn't that great, but I'm one of those people who just continue watching it because of my love for the characters and the stories and ultimately what's going to happen at the end. So I sort of have an idea of what's going to happen, but I'm not 100% sure. But as of right now, we are following our protagonist grow into his character, grow into who he is, him becoming the leader that sort of leads this rebellion, finding out exactly what happens and where are all these titans that are coming from, him being stronger, getting more powers, and learning how to control the attack titan, you know, the Warhammer titan, and eventually and all the other titans that comes into the game. But you slowly start seeing this character that you fell in love with and that you've been following for the past 10 years start to turn into a crazy person that completely genocides a civilization for his own purpose. And you're not sure whether or not you are still on board with what his mission is. And how I feel is exactly what Harvey Dent said. You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. And that is exactly what happens to Eren Yeager. He becomes the villain that you've been following the entire time. I believe the original animation studio were things called WIT Studios, and when they moved from the whole 2D to more 3D, they went with Mappa Studios. And I love both studios. I prefer WIT Studios is because it's 2D animation, but the 3D animation has been an amazing journey. I love how the animation is, and it sort of blends seamlessly into the 2D background with the 3D Titans, right? It's been such an amazing journey. The fact that we are less than half a year before the final season comes out, it's coming out in the fall of this year. I really hope that the show continues to keep my attention until the end, is because I'm really enjoying every single second of it. I love almost every character. There's some characters that you don't really like, but the thing is that when several characters, especially one particular character, when they go out, they did it in such an amazing way, and I actually brought a tear to my eye. Me and my wife were watching it, and it's one of those shows that we always watch together. It's been an amazing journey. I hope that this show continues to give joy to people around the world as much as it brought me. As you can tell, right over here, I do have a weeb wall scroll from Attack on Titan. I believe this is season 1 or 2. It's an amazing show. I cannot praise it enough. I'm just super hyped. I'm just super excited to see what's going to happen next. And I really hope everyone feels the same ways, because this is the last episode. This is it. You know, Michael Jackson's This Is It. Last episode, super final. Instead of drawing it out for the last freaking several years, it's sort of like Breaking Bad. You know, here's the last several episodes, and then they're going to go on break for 2 years, and then they come back with the last couple episodes. So that's how I feel what the show is doing right now. I've been blue-balled enough already, and I can't wait for the last episode to come out. I hope it's a little longer than an hour, because this past hour episode, the final one, felt like it was 20 minutes, and it was an hour the entire time. And I really hope that it holds up. I really do. Yeah, and that's all I have to say. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope you guys like, share, and subscribe to this video, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.